Hello, it's Maggie. This is the fourth and last video, which I have my camera completely zoomed all the way back out. This is going to show you how to do a little pom-pom for your little Santa hat that you've made in the previous videos. Pom-poms, if you know how to make them, they're really simple. This is going to show you how I personally make mine. You can look up other ways to make them, or you can think of ways to make them yourself. Now I'm just going to make a little one because this little hat doesn't need a pom-pom the size of what you would put on a newborn's hat. Hold the end of the yarn, which I'm just using white because it's supposed to be Santa hat. Santa's pom-pom is white. Between your thumb and your first finger, and hold your two fingers kind of open a little bit, like that, and wrap it around, I don't know, about 10 to 15 times. Depends on how thick you want your pom-pom. Cut your yarn. Now, I use a hook, and I pull it through the yarn through the bottom part of my fingers, this part down here. And bring it up. And what I did was I took my ball of yarn, just because this is simpler for me, especially doing it by myself, and I'm holding it between my knees. And then you tie a knot, and you pull it tight, keeping tension. Do a second knot. Sorry for the distractions behind me. My son kind of demands attention. Now that way, you pull it off your fingers. You'll have a loop on each end. And then I wrap the small tail around it. And then I make another knot, which pulls it tighter. And I do that 2 more times. That makes this middle tighter. I cut it even with the loops. Let's see why in just a second. Okay, this just looks like a little wad of yarn tied up. But you put your scissors through all the loops and cut, and then you put it through the loops on sometimes, I'm sorry, sometimes I gotta do a few at a time. But you want to make sure you get in between the loops. And you take and you kind of fluff it up. I should have used a little bit more yarn. Just kind of fluff it up. There's a little pom-pom. See? Nice little pom-pom for a little hat. Now, using the same tapestry needle, take the white yarn, and I thread it. I don't cut it yet. I pull it out to the end. First thing I do is I go up through the inside of the hat, up out one side of the top, pull some out, then I put it through the pom-pom, and then back into the hat. Yeah, I should. My pom-pom. I tied it a little too tight and didn't have quite enough. So you might want to, when you do yours, trial and error, I guess. But you might want to add more yarn to your pom-pom. I kind of put that in right next to the yarn I was using. The yarn where I went into the hat the first time. You want to make it on the opposite side. I went a little too close. Use my needle, pull it through. Cut it off your ball. And you pull it down tight against your hat, and there's your little pom-pom. Now, to make sure that it stays, I turn inside out again, where you got the little tip, and I tie it. My knot didn't work. Here we go. There it goes. I tie it really tight. Do it again. And then just because I like to tie knots, I guess, I turn it around, and I tied the knot on this side of I turn it around so this side doesn't have a knot, and I tie another knot, well, another 2 knots, the other side of the tip, and then, again, I don't cut all the way down to where I tied it. It will unravel. Leave a little bit out. Cut again. Set my extras off to the side. Turn it back around. And there's your little Santa hat with your little pom-pom. Like I said, I could have used a little bit more yarn in mine. Make it a little more fuller. But that's something that you can do if you want. And there's my little Santa hat. I hope you enjoy this. This is a free pattern for anybody to make for any reason they want. Be it personal use, gifts, or to try to make money. I hope that you all enjoyed it. And I will be making another pattern series soon.